Okay, I thought I'd do a quick update here. I have installed a 42KN6. I know that says 6KN6, but I don't know if you can see the little number under it is 42. It's just the filament voltage is different. It takes 42 volts. Same circuit. I haven't changed anything yet. I've just simply, let me get the viewfinder, make sure you can see what I'm talking about here. I guess that would help. Okay, same circuit, same key in circuit, same tube hookup circuit. I just simply plugged a 42KN6 in. You can see it's a much larger tube. This tube says it has, let's see, where's the wattage? The sheet doesn't show. I think it's a 40 watt, 35 or 40 watt plate dissipation on this one. Anyhow, the only main difference is, let's see if, you know, this sheet doesn't say it. I didn't get all the printout. Oh, yes it did. Okay, I think this is right. Okay, 30 watts plate dissipation. And let's see, where's the, okay, plate impedance. Plate resistance is 4,000 ohms. Now what I did have to do to accommodate the difference between this and the 6JZ6 was I had to remove 2 turns. I just simply shorted them across with solder instead of just making a whole new coil, and that would quickly let me know. If I was going to put this inside of a unit and use it, I would just simply remove that coil, make another one with the exact number of turns. But this works, it gets it by for just our testing purposes. Okay, now I'm not getting a whole lot more power out of it. It's right about 50 watts. Let me get the filament and lit up and turned on here. The SWR meter shows a little under 2 with the same input network. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch things around. I'm going to use the same tube in this same situation, but what I'm going to do is change the input circuit, and I'm going to make this grid driven instead of grounded grid cathode driven. And so what that means is there's going to have to be a pi network input circuit that'll match the radio to the tube. The tube will have bias, and the tube will have screen voltage. The suppressor grid will be grounded. So let me get my sheet here, the big one where I can show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so this grid will remain grounded. That's the suppressor. This is the control grid. That's the one we're going to feed with the RF. The cathode will get grounded, and the input circuit will be on the control grid. The screen grid is going to get positive voltage, probably around 150 to 200, 250 volts DC. And I'll have that maybe with a switch where I can vary it up and down to see what we get out of the tube. So it'll be a grid driven class AB1 amp when I get done with this. And like I say, I'm going to change this single cap input circuit to a 2-cap pi network with a tune and load input to, in other words, a cap on the radio side and a cap on the tube side. And that should get our match down to a 1-to-1, and it'll let this tube fully come to life. Grid driven, these tubes should do about anywhere from 75 to 100 watts with the 500 volts that I'm using. The voltage is a little low. I won't change and go to a higher voltage until I go to the next bigger tubes, and then I'll probably go to 700 or 800 volts. But this is with the same voltage that the little 6JZ6 was using, just with a different tube, just simply plugged in. The plate tank circuit had to be modified and changed there to accommodate the difference in plate impedance. So I'll turn the plate supply on. Should be getting right at 50 watts. I don't know if you can, should be about the center of the meter there. Right at, pretty close, about 45, 48 watts. I'm on a solar panel system here, so it kind of varies with the sunlight I'm getting on the batteries, you know, just for a full charge. But it's hitting right around 50 watts. See, pretty close to that 50 watts. Okay, well, that's a catch up on what I'm doing. Somebody asked about what kind of a larger tube, same roughly price range. These are on eBay for around $10. You just have to look around at 42KN6. Should be able to find one for like $12 free shipping, somewhere in there. You just have to be prepared to find, get enough little transformers to make 42 volts for the filament supply. Now, how I'm getting my voltage is I've got a 25 volt transformer, a little 2 amp transformer, and I'm running it into a full wave bridge, so I'm getting DC. That way I get a little more voltage out of it. And I have another transformer in series with part of the winding to give me another 6 volts of AC added to that 25. And that, with the capacitors and the math, that comes out 1.414 of gain when you rectify an AC voltage. I come out with right at 44, 43 volts unloaded, and loaded down I think I was at 38, 39, and that's close enough for this tube. It runs pretty good at that voltage. So I'm just slightly under the 42, but it seems to be handling it pretty good. Okay, well, that'll be it until the next video, and I thank you for watching. See you in the next one.